Reggie Miller, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, guys like that, John Stockton. So, of course, that was a really cool thing, and that was one of the few events that I did watch. I watched the basketball. Now, at 8 years old, I was watching basketball, and I was very key in that. I was making sure that I saw every single game, or what I could watch at least. All right, moving on to number 4. The Olympics was in Atlanta. What more can you say? Like, that was one of the greatest takeaways of all, was the fact that the Olympics was in Atlanta. Simple and plain. I was that excited about that, was the fact that it was in Atlanta. It was in my hometown. My mom, just like Freak Nick, she would take me as close as she possibly could to the Olympics without getting caught up in any ruckus or any traffic or nothing like that. She took me down there. I was able to see the Centennial Olympic area. I was able to see, just what was going on, see the festivities. So that was a cool thing. That was a really cool thing to see how all of that went down. Okay, number 3, Michael Johnson. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Before there was Usain Bolt, there was Michael Johnson, okay? When I tell you, he invented fast. Breaking the 200 meters and the 400 meters, breaking records in the 200 and 400 meters, and winning gold in both those events. Bruh, that was oh my goodness, I enjoyed seeing that. So that was a major takeaway from the Olympics, seeing Michael Johnson do what he did. Next up in my list, of course, my Gimme 10, my number 2 moment from the 1996 Olympics. Why do I want to say 2000s? I'm thinking way too far ahead. Anyway, of course, in the 1996 Olympics, man, number 2 moment that I had to take away from it was Kerri Strug. Kerri Strug flipping with one leg to, of course, clinch the gold medal for the women's gymnastics team, for the U.S. women's gymnastics team. Shouts out to the Magnificent Seven. Yes, y'all remember the Magnificent Seven. Shannon Miller, Dominique Dawes. Yes, beautiful Dominique Dawes. Kerri Strug, Dominique McAnew, J.C. Phelps, Amy Chow, and Amanda Borden. Shouts out to those guys, man. Shouts out to those ladies. The Magnificent Seven, like I said, very, very. They just represented the U.S. very well in the 1996 Olympics. Like I said, going and getting gold, and of course on the one leg, the one leg of Kerri Strug, of course, very. I guess that was a polarizing moment. That was what they would call. That's what they would call it, a polarizing moment. Especially coming from what Doug would say, a gimp. I don't know if that's a derogatory term or something like that, but nonetheless, she did it on one leg, and that was pretty cool. And of course, my number 1 moment from the 1996 Olympics was, of course, the late, the great Muhammad Ali lighting the Olympic torch. Yes. Major shouts out to Muhammad Ali. May he rest in peace. That was cool. Now, that was what I saw. Along with the opening ceremonies, I did see Muhammad Ali light the torch. That was something we all sat down in front of the television and watched that. Me and my family, we sat down in front of the TV. We watched it. Of course, as Muhammad Ali, lit the torch, and of course he held it up. He was shaking. I mean, really shaking. But definitely a major moment in sports history was, of course, Muhammad Ali lighting the torch. One that I would say that almost made the cut, just didn't make the cut, as far as making my list or the top 10 or my Gimme 10 for Friday. For the 20th anniversary of the 1996 Olympics was just the fashion. And I say the fashion because if you look, the jackets that the U.S. team wore, the shoes that the men's basketball team had on, just the fashion that everybody had on, of course the Americans, it was dope. And the reason why I say that is because you can still find people wearing certain things like the windbreakers from the 96 Olympics, the shoes, the clothes, you can still see t-shirts and whatnot. It really makes me wish I got one or at least saved one or something like that. But yeah, fashion. That was really dope. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It is me, he is I, and I am him. I am he that they call the Alpha Male. We are about to go on a really quick break. But once we come back, we got my partner, my buddy, my little homie, Lil Big Horn. He will definitely be here, and he will be asking me a few questions. We'll definitely be talking about some college football, and we'll be traveling into the world of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. We are really close to football season, y'all. It's Alpha Male Sports.
Brutality. It's quite clever how I come with these analogies. You just a casualty. Me bringing fatalities. Your pigs don't understand. I'm striving for Ray Allen.
The Alpha Male.
You're rambling right on Ohio State. The SEC is the best league.
We know that.
In college football.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Affect Fitness. Summertime is here. Now, let's be honest. You found every excuse not to work out. You probably put it off each week telling yourself, I got time. Well, time is up. And if you're looking for a gym that is effective and motivating to get you to your goal, then you have no other choice than to choose Affect Fitness. Affect Fitness is an intensive boot camp experience like no other. If you're looking to increase your personal power, recognize your own strength, and cultivate your mind and body, then Affect Fitness is the boot camp for you.
Are they downtown? Where are they located?
Affect Fitness is located in the heart of Atlanta at 1 Baltimore Place Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30308.
I have a crazy schedule, really, and I'm a morning person. I like coffee, so I really need a gym that's going to be open before the first waffle drops at Waffle House.
Affect Fitness has morning classes Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m.
But I work a 9 to 5, and I need a gym that's going to be there the moment I get out of traffic. You know how this Atlanta traffic is.
Affect Fitness also has afternoon classes Monday through Friday at 4:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m.
This is so exciting, but are they open on the weekends?
Yes, Affect Fitness is also open during the weekend with classes on Saturday at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and Sunday before you go to church at 9 a.m. And there you have it. What other boot camp is open 7 days of the week with classes in the mornings and in the evenings to help get you to your goal? Like we said, if you're looking to increase your personal power, recognize your own strength, and cultivate your mind and body, then Affect Fitness is the boot camp for you. Affect Fitness.
Friends, delegates, and fellow Americans, I humbly and gratefully accept your nomination for the presidency of the United States.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It is me. He is I, and I am him. I am he that they call the Alpha Male. We are back. We are back once again. Of course, that's what you just heard. Donald Trump has accepted the Republican national nomination. He will be running for president. Lord help us all. He has been on record, and trust and believe, he's been on record, and he said that he would have sex with his daughter. I'm serious. I'm not even trying to throw shade or slander his name. He said that. He said it. Look it up. He said that if he weren't Ivanka's father, he would so sleep with her. And I'm like, bruh, that is weird as hell. Like, I would never say, oh man, my sister is very beautiful. If I wasn't her brother, I'd try to hit that. That's weird as hell. Anyway, that should be all the more reason why you shouldn't vote for him. Incest would be a national mandate. It's just weird as hell, man. I'm telling you, I don't get it. But anyway, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alpha Male Sports. We are here on our third segment. We are definitely getting into college football. And my little buddy, Lil Big Horn, is here to shed some light. Well, not even shed light, but actually ask some questions. He said he always got questions for me. So, Lil Big Horn, this is your time to shine, baby boy. What you got for me?
Alpha Male. Monkey see, monkey do. The SEC has a network. Big Ten got a network. Hell, even the University of Texas has its own network. What are the chances that the ACC will catch up to the rest of the NCAA and get their own network?
All right, so let's be honest, guys. College football is literally ran by super conferences, okay? 16-team conferences that basically soak up all of college football. They soak up all the talent. They take everybody, and you make these super conferences, okay? You got the Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, ACC, and then outside of those, you have the AAC, the American Athletic Conference. You got Conference USA, and then from there on, you got the Sun Belt, and things like that. Now, of course, I didn't play in any of those super conferences. I played in a nice old SIAC. You know what I mean? Black colleges rule. But so in the world of the super conferences being ruled, those conferences really started to dominate. And one of the things that they started to dominate was they started to take themselves and they made their own networks. They wanted to make sure that they were getting as much TV time as possible. SEC, they have their own network, of course, just like Lil Bighorn said. Even Texas. Texas has their own. So, of course, now going on right now is the ACC media weekend or media day or things of that such. So the ACC, they actually do have plans, finally, of making their own network. They're going to be partnering up with actually with ESPN to make their own network. Yes, this is actually scheduled to start in 2019. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. John Crawford, the commissioner of the ACC, spoke out on that and said that they were going to actually start that, and that's a pretty good thing. For the ACC, it's almost one-sided or it's almost lopsided, if you will. There's only two teams that are really competitive as for looking to get a national title. You have Florida State that played in the national title. They actually won the last national title before the college football playoff system. They played in the first college football playoffs. Then Clemson the next year goes to the national championship. They lose to Alabama. So, the ACC is competing, and I think now them getting their own network, it's cool. It's cool. It's very cool, and it looks very good. I'm excited to see how things play out. And I'm interested in seeing how the ACC network can actually boost teams like Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, Boston College, hell, even Notre Dame. All right? What else you got, Lil Bighorn?
Sticking with the ACC, Alpha Male, we all know that Clemson and Florida State are the best two teams in the ACC, but is there anybody else in that conference that can make a push for the ACC title and possibly a spot in the college football playoffs?
Now, that's a good question. I like that question dealing with the ACC. We all know, like I said, Clemson and Florida State are both the best two teams in the ACC. Unfortunately, both of those teams are in the Atlantic Coast Conference Atlantic Division. In the ACC, there are two divisions: the Atlantic and the Coastal. So, like I said, unfortunately, Florida State is on the same exact side as Clemson. Because if anything, those are the only two teams that I see competing for it. But if I were to say anybody else, it would have to be North Carolina. And here's why I say North Carolina. Mainly because North Carolina has a prime opportunity this season at the beginning of the season here in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome. They have an opportunity to play against the University of Georgia in Georgia. Primarily, it's classified as a neutral location, but of course we all know that Georgia is home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Even Atlanta is home to the Georgia Bulldogs, which is kind of sad because the ACC's own Georgia Tech lives in Atlanta, and it's kind of tough for the University of Georgia to take over your city. But anyway, North Carolina ended last season 8-0 in the conference, 11-3 overall. Like I said, did a very good job. And they were very close of sneaking into the into the college football playoffs, the college football national championship playoffs. So if there's any team that I see possibly making a push for it, definitely will be the University of North